Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Cut the Card Lunch and Learn series. Every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time, a new Cut the Cord Lunch and Learn series will release. So you may ask, well, what is Cut the Cord? Well, it's a 30-minute training that airs on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and our Instagram pages. It's going to elevate your mindset. It's going to help you set goals. It's going to make you get outside of your comfort zone. See, it's going to help you start saying things like, I am already good enough. I can. I'm ready. I am smart enough to do it. I am because I am. It's going to give you what I call the it factor, Joanna. And the it factor is visualize it, pray about it, plan it, work it, live it, and don't give up on it. So welcome to my co-host, Miss Joanna Rincon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cedric. How are you?
I'm always doing great.
Awesome.
Today is another day, and I'm loving life, and I hope our audience is ready for the big announcement day today.
Yes, I know. I hope they're ready too.
Awesome. So today we're talking, Joanna, about the 10 habits holding you back from success.
Awesome. I love that. Well, I'm gonna get this started, Cedric. I'm gonna start with the first habit that you need. And the first one is your morning routine is non-existent. You see, when you have so much on your plate, Cedric, and everything is urgent, your precious morning moments are spent in a rush, just doing whatever it takes to get you out and on your way, right? Mm-hmm. Don't you know a lot of people that start their day like that, right?
Right.
But you're missing, what happens is, Cedric, when you do that, you're missing on the most important opportunities within your control to ensure success. You can design a morning routine unique to your life that will prime you physically and mentally for better performance. If you allow even 10 to 15 minutes more to develop a routine that energizes you and brought a greater focus, you will have more confidence and you'll be more effective through the day, instead of beginning with a sense of overwhelm. See, my routine involves a gratitude walk and a bit of reading and writing, Cedric. That's why I love to wake up every morning before everyone else, when the house is nice and quiet. It's just me and my thoughts. That's a great way to start your morning, Cedric.
That is a great way to start your morning. I absolutely love that. Number two is you forget your strengths when hard things start to emerge. You see, people start then focusing on what they can't do. They start focusing on their weaknesses, their shortcomings, versus their strengths. See, often when we encounter unexpected setbacks, we flounder and are paralyzed like a deer in the headlights, right? But if you remind yourself every day of your strengths, not some days, Joanna, not most days, not every other day, but every day, if you remind yourself every day of your strengths, it will jumpstart your path to a solution better and faster than jumping into the spin cycle of self-doubt. You see? One of my favorite assessments is the Entrepreneur Impact Assessment. And you can get that by going to LaFleurLeadershipInstitute.com, and you can look at that assessment. I love it because it gives you so much information. I look at it pretty much every week, sometimes on a daily basis, just to remind myself, right, of where I can tap into my strengths.
That is great. I love that, Cedric. And yes, I agree with you. That is a great assessment. And it just, sometimes we have blind spots, and it's a great way for you to discover those blind spots.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, number 3 is you major in the minors. So instead of prioritizing the most important things that you need to be accomplished each day, this is another way of saying that you will be more productive and happier if you make incremental changes in how you manage your time. It could be as simple as deciding each morning the top 3 things that must be done each day, or setting a timer to focus on just one thing for 60 minutes without interruptions. Now, Cedric, I know this is hard. Sometimes it's really, really hard for you to focus on one thing for 60 minutes. And I know it's 60 minutes. I mean, it's an hour, but you need to be intentional. Otherwise, you can't focus for 60 minutes. It's hard.
Yes, absolutely. You're right about that. So number 4 on this list is you let energy vampires consume your time. Now, I know a lot of people lose time, and I used to be guilty of this. Let energy vampires take away my time. And you know what I did, Joanna? I this is why I got the calendar called Book Like a Boss, right? Because then it allowed me to control my calendar, have control over my calendar versus just letting everybody else have control over when I was doing something and when I wasn't doing something, right? So I love that. See, these energy vampires can be time-wasting tasks like checking your emails too often, or they can be people who are not key to achieving your projects and have latched onto you in conversation because they are avoiding their own work. You know, the people, they stop by your cubicle and all of a sudden now it's 30 minutes later. And then, you know, an hour later, they stop back by your cubicle. And again, you just keep wasting time all day. By the end of the day, you haven't done anything productive. And mere activity, Joanna, doesn't mean productivity, right?
That's right.
With a few small steps, you can take action to manage your schedule, such as putting your phone on do not disturb. How about that? Okay. Setting alarms to help you achieve tasks. The next 3 are habits born of perfectionism, right? Now, as a recovering perfectionist, I'm quite familiar with these things, and I'm still recovering. All right, I'm not totally done yet. Right. The good news is that everyone can continue to make progress in overcoming these bad habits.
I love perfectionist recovery. I love that.
Yeah. You know, I keep saying I'm gonna develop a perfectionist support group.
Oh my God. Well, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people in that group, you know?
Yes.
All right. Here's number 5. You work on tasks that could be delegated to someone else. That's another mistake. See, you think you can do better job, and that's why you do it yourself, Cedric.
Right.
That's right. That's what perfectionists think, right? Yeah. That they can do a better job than everyone else. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Or you constantly correct or micromanage your team, which drains their motivation and distracts you from doing what you do best. And that's something that we need to be aware of, Cedric. When you micromanage people, that just it really, the morale goes down and it just distracts them and they're not at their best. Right. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. See, number 6 is you spend too much time recovering from a stumble or a setback. See, instead of quickly assessing a situation and determining a plan, you get sucked into the spin cycle that drains your energy and your focus. See, you may have forgotten that every person you admire has had many failures and setbacks. Some of them are legendary. And you know, one of my most successful businesses was down to like its last $33 in a bank before finally getting a yes on, it wasn't really funding, but it was the support I needed to take it to the next level. Now, a few years in, we turned that money into some real significant revenue. And in fact, the company came and offered us to buy out the business for $1 million. Now, let me tell you what I remember though, when we had the $33, you see, and it took it after the negotiation, it took a little bit to say, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this and I'll be good. Right.
Right.
Now the problem is, Joanna, is, people say, well, you get $1 million. Yeah, but here's what happens. Uncle Sam, they come in and they reach right into your pocket. And they say, well, hold on, buddy, wait a minute. Don't get too excited, because remember, I got my piece coming too. Right. Now, they had nothing to do with the negotiation. They had nothing to do with building the business, but they come in to get their piece.
Absolutely.
But you know what? I'm one of these people, Joanna. I don't mind paying taxes. You see, because we all have a thing that we have to do in this world. And that street that I drive on, I can't build that street. That highway that's going to take me to my next client. Right. I can't build that highway. So you know what pays for that? Taxes. So I don't mind paying for taxes. So I'm good when they come and reach in the pocket. Just try to stop coming so often. Right. But you can develop habits and a mindset to find many benefits of a setback.
That is true. I love that. Number 7, Cedric, is you procrastinate. A lot of what our perfectionism is tied back to is procrastination. Procrastination can mask a lack of confidence or a fear of being wrong or being criticized.
No, John, let me stop you right there. So one thing, procrastination is the friend of failure. I just want people out in the audience to understand that. Procrastination is the friend of failure. So if you're a procrastinator, you know who your friend is.
Absolutely.
Right? I don't even have to say it. The next thing, John, has nothing to do with this, but I just, Cut the Cord Lunch and Learn series. You know what we don't have as a part of this? Lunch.
Oh, we should definitely. Yes.
We have to start having lunch as a part of this, right?
Yes. I like that idea. I love that.
Say that again.
I love that idea, Cedric.
Yeah. So, all right, get ready for that, folks. This is the last week in December, so that's all right. We'll start in 2021. Boom! It'll be a real lunch and learn.
I love it. We are getting creative here as we go, and I am so looking forward to that. That sounds like a really creative thing.
All right, awesome. I'm sorry. Go ahead now.
That's okay. Awesome. Well, I was talking about procrastination, right? So procrastination makes us slow to start. That's what it does. It makes us really slow to start on a new initiative or to begin the next stage of an existing one, because we want to be sure that the strategy of the plan will be flawless. Right? Just recognizing when perfectionism is creeping into your thinking and time of management, it's a big step forward. I'm going to say that again, Cedric.
Okay.
Just recognizing when perfectionism is creeping into your thinking and the time management, it's a big step forward.
Yes, absolutely. So we're down to number 8 now, right? Of the 10 daily habits holding you back from success. So to the audience, I have a question for you. Of the 7 that we reviewed so far, I want you to list out what's the one that resonates with you the most. Which one is the one that's holding you back? Just type it in the comments. I just want to see what people are going to say. Right?
Yes.
All right. So now, while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you number 8. Now, number 8 is you avoid difficult conversations. See, a lot of people avoid having difficult conversations, right? See, Joanna had a difficult conversation with me a couple of weeks ago, and she told me, no, we're not doing that, Cedric, right? And I was like, what? And she said, I already spoke. But you have to have
no comment, Cedric. I already spoke.
Yeah. So over time, I've realized that difficult conversations can be pivotal opportunities to gain clarity, to listen and learn, and to end the conversation having enriched the relationship. Difficult conversation actually makes the bond stronger, right?
Mhm.
Because people understand how you feel, right? And then you understand how the other person's feel, and it makes the relationship, the bond, stronger. Some people think that it's going to make the bond weaker, but it does just the opposite,
Mhm.
right? And I've learned that avoiding a difficult conversation means that we're not identifying, facing, or solving problems that, if unaddressed, will fester and get worse. See, think about this, folks. Think about this, Joanna. When something's bothering you and you don't address it, what happens? You just continue to worry about it. And you sometimes, even in your own mind, you get madder and madder, right?
Mhm.
And the other person, they don't even know. But
Right.
you're firing. You're. I mean, it's like you get, the devil's ears up here and anglers up there, and you're just ticked off. But
Yes.
you refuse to have that conversation with the person, right? You
Yeah.
gotta
And
have the conversation.
I always say, Cedric, it's like a snowball, right? At the beginning, it's nice and tough. Like you can have that conversation and you can destroy the ball. But if you let it go, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and stronger and harder, right?
Yeah,
So that's a great way to analyze that. Yeah, just
yeah,
have those conversations.
absolutely. So don't avoid difficult conversations. All right, so let's go ahead, Joanna.
All right, number 9 is you don't say thank you. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, watch out. This one is gonna it's gonna start putting some people to think right now, Cedric. You
exactly.
don't say thank you. So you won't succeed alone. That's the first thing we want to highlight on this part here. You won't succeed alone. So every day there are many people on your team who deserve to be thanked, from your colleagues up and down the career ladder to the Uber driver, the events, the barista at your coffee house. Everybody wants to be thanked.
Yeah,
And while we are at it, also, while you are at the action of being thankful and letting people know how thankful you are, smile more. Smile. Cedric, smile. You see, Cedric, researchers show that it positively benefits you when you smile, and it benefits you and those around you. So that's why we're saying here, smile. A smile. I remember when I used to work at the hotel, Cedric. Sometimes I will have people coming to the front desk to check in, and they'll be, grumpy from a big, long day of travel, and everything went wrong, and they will be like so grumpy. And then they'll come to the desk, and a big smile, a warm welcome will definitely bring them down, and it definitely works, ladies and gentlemen. A big smile, it just benefits you and those around you.
absolutely. I love that. Yeah, smiling is one of the things that for some people it's hard, and and guys, we're typically not, right. And we need to learn to smile more. I love the quote: "A happy heart goes a long way. A sad one tires in a mile."
Mm.
Yeah. So, all right, number 10, the drum roll here.
All
Number
right.
10, you forget that your inner life determines your outer success. Oh
I like
man, oh
that.
man, oh man.
Say that again, Cedric. I love
Yes, you forget that your inner life determines your outer success,
it.
right?
Nice.
This idea was I embraced a long time ago, and I like the way that Dr. Henry Cloud says it. He says the good life sometimes has little to do with outside circumstances. We are happy and fulfilled mostly by who we are on the inside, and our internal lives largely contribute to producing many of our external circumstances.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a really great quote. See, for me, an inner life begins with gratitude, being grateful every day. Not some days, not most days, not every other day, but every day, right, Joanna?
And twice on Sunday.
And twice on Sunday. There you go, folks. Sometimes I. Oh my God. Sometimes I simply write down 3 things I'm thankful for in the moment, especially in those hardest times. See, and it immediately changes my perspective, right? Our inner life grows by taking time to reflect on what is positive and what is working, and it energizes us to repeat the process again. See, I like what John Maxwell says, Joanna. He says, experience is not the best teacher. I know a lot of people teach you that. You learn it in school and you hear it from colleagues and all this type of stuff. It's not true. Experience is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. You see, if you have an experience, but you don't sit and think and reflect on it and think about what you learned and what you can do differently or better, then the experience was nothing to you. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. I just want you to know that. See, it forms the basis too for learned optimism, right? When you think into the positive things and what's working. See, anyone can learn to be more optimistic, right? Winston Churchill says it this way. He says, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty.
I love that.
Different things. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great one to love. See, you will be well on your way to success in work and in life if you take the time to recognize and overcome the daily bad habits that are holding you back. So I want to say best wishes to you in making that happen. I know that you can make it happen, but we're not done, folks. We have a little bit more we're going to give to you today.
That's right. Because we just talked about this daily habits that are holding you back from success. But now this is what we're going to do, Cedric. Now we're going to give you 5 daily habits that highly successful people do to change, right? You want to turn this around. You want to change it. So here's number 1. Are you ready, Cedric? Get pen and paper, because these are the 5 that you need to write down and you need to hang them on your wall, right, Cedric?
Yes.
And look at those every day, because these are the positive things that you need to do that are going to help you make this thing work. All right. Number 1, successful people plan out their day the night before. All right. Successful people plan out their day the night before. So it is really easy to get out of track when you don't have a plan, Cedric. So without planning what your day will look like, you will wake up not knowing what you want to accomplish that day. And that's the difference. Successful people spend a little time the night before giving themselves clear goals for the next day. Then they wake up and they go down their list. See, life doesn't always work out as we plan it, Cedric. But with a plan, at least you can adjust without losing momentum. That's the important thing here. And I absolutely love that.
Yes, absolutely. So the second thing of the 5 daily habits highly successful people do is they read books to get inspired. See, reading is an essential element in success. See, books contain so much knowledge. See, apparently Elon Musk would read at least 4 hours a day growing up. 4 hours, folks. And look how successful he has become. Right. See, there isn't necessarily a defined length as to how much you should be reading, but forming a daily reading habit will expand your knowledge and it's going to help you on your journey to success.
I love that. Well, here's number 3, Cedric. Successful people make their health a priority.
Oh, be quiet with that.
All right. So hear me out, Cedric. This one is for you. So what you eat and how much you exercise affects every area of your life, Cedric. You gotta listen to this. See, successful people use their exercise as a time to reset and plan, Cedric. And they make a smart food choices that will give them the energy they need to accomplish everything on their daily to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
So what's for dinner? Is the gym on your to-do list, Cedric? That's my question to you now. Is the gym on your to-do list? I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
You see, it's on a to-do list for somebody.
Not for you.
I walk by my gym every day.
No, you see, Cedric, you have to choose wisely.
Yes.
And this is, I know we're joking and everything, but we absolutely know that your body is a temple of Holy Spirit within you.
Yes.
And you need to, you're not on your own. So you need to glorify God in your body. And that's in Corinthians 6:19.
Yes.
I'm not making this up.
Yeah. So we have an intervention right live on the air, folks. So yes, I agree with you. Number 4, successful people don't get distracted by what other people are doing. See, I don't get distracted when other people are exercising. I let them do their thing. I'm joking, folks. Successful people, again, don't get distracted by what other people are doing. See, other people's journey to success can be inspiring, right? You can learn so much about their mistakes, about their victories, what to do and what not to do. See, but if you start comparing your progress to theirs, instead of using their stories as inspiration, you can become, watch this. You can become jealous, stressed, or unworthy. Joanna, this kind of reminds me of our lesson from last week, right? We kind of talked about some similar things. See, successful people realize their journey is unique and can't be compared. So don't get stuck in the comparison trap. Stay focused on your why. Joanna, I was told by a mentor of mine many years ago, probably about 15 years ago, maybe longer than that. Yeah, maybe about 15, 16 years ago. And he said, Cedric, there's going to be competition in this business. You can't worry about what the competition is doing. He said, there's enough opportunity to go around for everybody. What you need to focus on is what you're doing. And don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
I love that.
Yeah, and I took that lesson, and I tell people that now. I don't worry about who else is in this leadership development space. I don't worry about who else is doing, a workshop that I'm going to be doing. It's okay. There's enough to go around for everybody. If I can't sell to the 350 million people that we have in the United States, then it's my problem.
Right.
Right.
This is a big pie. There is a piece for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
I love that pie. All right. Well, here's number 5. Successful people leave each day as if it were the last one. See, life is busy and it's chaotic. And so you tend to want to focus on the future. We all do it. We worry about what's next. But while planning, it's important. So it's leaving too. While planning is important, so is leaving, being fully present. Because life is short and there's no guarantee, Cedric, as to when it will end. See, successful people leave each day as if it were the last day, and they make the most out of each moment, and so should you. That's what we want for you. We want you to make the most out of each day and of every moment that you live. When you look at a big goal, it's really common to get frustrated at how big and what you're trying to accomplish. And if you wake up each day determined to spend the time forming good habits, you will give yourself a better chance at success. So use this 5 habits as a starting place to build whatever a successful life means to you. This is our final show, Cedric, for 2020. Can you?
Oh man.
And so, but we don't want to stop here. Cut the cord. There's going to be cut the cord for a long time. See, we will be here for our next one is going to be January 6th, right, Cedric?
Right.
So we're going to be here on January 6th, and we want you to join us in this journey. We're going to be doing something. Here's a surprise, Cedric, because we talked about this last week. So we're ready to tell you what we're going to do. See, we're going to be doing a no charge, life-changing webinar. So you might want to copy the link. We're going to put that link in the comments, and you might want to take that link and join us in that webinar, because it will be about, well, first, let me say that again. It will be at no charge. It will be a complimentary, no charge webinar, because I know you're probably thinking, oh boy, they want my money. And we don't want your money. It's completely no charge, complimentary. This is a gift from us to you, and we want you to join us. Right, Cedric?
Absolutely. So folks, do you have what it takes to make 2021 a different kind of year? Now, let me tell you about a friend of mine, Robert, that's tried to start a business. But immediately he came upon some challenges and some roadblocks. And so he decided to quit. I mean, just throw in the towel. Now, after spending hours with him on the phone, trying to convince him not to give up so easily, I reminded him of some of the other things that he had gone through in life and how he overcame those things. Even after that, he said, nope, I'm throwing in the towel. And he said, entrepreneurship is not for me. Now, just a few months later, his younger brother, Jonathan, called me and said, hey, I'm going to pick up where my brother left off. He says, but I want to set up some time to discuss the plans in detail. And then after the meeting, I asked Jonathan, I said, so do you still want to go forward with this? And his reply was, absolutely, Joanna. He said, I said, even knowing all the things that Robert, his brother, had gone through, you still want to make this happen? He said, absolutely. He said, I'm even more convinced and determined that this will work. Now we'll fast forward 2 years. Jonathan is still in business. See, in fact, the business is thriving. See, to make it even better, Jonathan has brought in several business partners, and they're opening up a second location in the next city over, Joanna.
Wow.
You see, the point here is all it took was Jonathan's burning desire and willingness to put systems and processes in place to ensure success. See, Jonathan had what it takes. Right? The question is, do you have what it takes? Do you know what it takes to make your business successful? See, what will it take to grow your business in 2021? What will it take to grow your career if you're just in a corporate career? What will it take to help you improve in 2021? What will it take to ensure you remain teachable? What will it take to get you to focus on growth? That's what we want you to join us in. It's called What Will It Take? Laying a Foundation for Self-Improvement Masterclass. This masterclass is designed to help you, give you strategies to help you answer that question. What will it take for me to improve? How can I grow my career? How do I maintain a teachable attitude? What role do others play in my growth? Where should I focus my time and energy? What role does experience play? And what am I willing to give up to keep growing?
Those are some powerful questions, Cedric.
Absolutely. So, folks, the link will be below. All you have to do is click on the link and you can register for the event. It's no charge. Leave your wallet at home. We don't need your wallet. And this is a 5-week masterclass. We're starting Saturday, January 9th through February 6th. So for 75 minutes each week, that's all you need is 75 minutes every Saturday morning. No charge to you. Folks, you have 168 hours in a week. All we're asking is for one of those to help you make your 2021 something that you have not seen in your life yet. And that is just growing yourself, growing your career, or growing your business. What will it take? What will it take to get you in that class? We've eliminated the price. So now all you have to do is hit the link and go register. So thank you guys very much for tuning in to Cut the Cord today. We really appreciate you. And our goal is to help you and your team go to a higher level. We want to hear from you. Tell us, how we're doing. Are we making an impact? Are we serving you and your team in a good way? What is your team struggling with? Is it communication? Is it teamwork? Is it collaboration? Is it creativity? Or is it just being authentic? Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Our email addresses are going to be down in the comments. In your email, just put the subject line as "Cut the Cord." See, because we want you to keep cutting the cord in 2021. We want you to get outside your comfort zone, live outside the box. In fact, you don't even need a box. Just live outside of it.
Get rid of the box.
Exactly. So, Joanna, this has been an awesome lesson today, and it's always a pleasure working alongside you. So I want to say thank you for joining me in this cause of Cut the Cord, helping people grow. Your insight and your contribution has been invaluable. And I just want you to know that I appreciate that. And I appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Cedric. I appreciate you too. And I'm always excited and looking forward to being here with you and our audience. And to me, as I do this, we just put all this out in the world and we learn together. We grow too with our audience. So I am loving this. I'm loving this process. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm expanding, and I cannot wait for 2021. And this masterclass, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be amazing. So don't miss this opportunity. No price to you. You just need to make the decision, take action, and dedicate your time and your focus. Right, Cedric?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you guys very much. Hopefully you're enjoying the holiday. You had a Merry Christmas and hopefully you're going to have a Happy New Year as well. We will see you on the other side of the new year in 2021. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to take you to a whole nother level in 2021. What will it take?
Yeah.
What will it take?
Happy New Year.
Bye.